Hello? Good morning. Uh-oh. Animating. One second, my avatar is being all wonk. Hello? Good morning. Not sure why my avatar's not picking up my voice. I have to restart that. Hello? Ah, shoot. It's still not working. I'm gonna have to look around and see what's going on here. I mean, you can hear me, it's just that my avatar's not responding. Everything's working fine except for my avatar, yeah. Yeah, I updated my community post. Yeah, it's a 20 today. I updated my community posts as of this morning, stating that uh, the time got mixed up. I got told something else, but it's actually in the afternoon. So, I'll be here normal time. Uh, Although I'm going to end my stream a bit earlier than usual. This is why I'm online earlier than usual. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired from yesterday. So what I want to do is finish the middle picture here. And then that would be it for today. Make sure this is folder's open. I'm also distracted that my avatar's not working correctly. Annoying. Hi. Do a hard reset. You're also EP. Pressure on the head has me feeling lethargic. Ah. Well, I guess you know. It's fine. I don't want to, like... Yeah, I had to restart this twice, and it's not working. I don't want to fuss with it anymore. So, whatever. I'm gonna turn this off momentarily. I mean, the program is working. It's just I don't know why it's not talking. Yeah, I'm gonna be perpetually floating. It's connected to my microphone, but it's just not responding. It's very bizarre. This is the first time this ever happened. Maybe later I have to find a version update. It has been quite a while. Anyway, I've been working on this middle picture. Well, that's not right. I worked on this last week, and I'm going to finish it today. That's what I meant to say. I'll be working on this today. And then I can move on to another character starting next week. I've already prepared a sheet for that. And I will continue with that next Friday. Scheduling permitting. Yes, the beige. It's not my fault Edgecat designed this character to be this color. Ugh. So what I want to do is paint under the line art and then paint over it in some spots. Just to get rid of some of that line art. And then line it a bit better. So it's a bit cleaner and it pops out a bit more. The Battle of the Page. But all things considering, like, having a character with, such neutral colors, only to have a pop of blue is actually a really good design choice. They're better than me because characters wears loud colors. Oh, very true. Well, if even if you have characters that wear loud colors, it still has to complement their style. Like, there is such a thing as pattern clashing. That's a relatively new fashion, and it's also niche. It's a niche statement. It's where people wear things like polka dots, excuse me, and stripes, or texture clashing, which is like I would imagine silk with mesh. It can look good if you know what you're doing. But that's not something I'm into. I don't think I will ever do pattern clashing. What a happy accident. Neon yellow shiny leather. That's actually not too bad. Like neon leather shiny with like black clothing underneath that's also kind of shiny, or maybe more matted. Like that's not a bad design choice. I'm so sleepy. Even though I try to go to bed early. The problem with stress is that it robs you of your sleep. So if you ever wake up tired, you probably had a stressful day. Or, you probably went to bed late. Whichever. Whichever's true. Yesterday you had some really bad reflux? Thanks. Uh, I remember when I had reflux, but it's usually from something like... It's not usually just like an acidic food. It's also like the way you position your body. So I have to ask you, did you get reflux because you were slouched over, or did you like lay back too soon? I don't think I get reflux anymore, but I knew that it was from hunching over. This is why I have to ask. You went to bed right after eating the day before. I think you was not. No, you can't. Oh, when you eat acidic foods, you can't like lay down immediately. It's gonna come up as like really bad gas because the bile in your system, in your stomach, is like processing all that acid. So think of it like when you eat something acidic like tomatoes or anything like that. Think of it as it creating a smokestack right into your esophagus. Think of it like that. Is this instrumental? Let's see. The lemon pie was cold. It's just something to consider. I mean, lemon pie is definitely acidic. Despite how much... Well, sugar... Is sugar also acidic? I never really actually considered that. Well, considering, like, too much sugar could be inflammatory to your system, I think it is also acidic, to a degree. Just based off how your body treats it. Maybe a stimulant? Sugar is definitely a stimulant. It would keep you up if you try to go to bed after eating sugar. I guess sugar wouldn't rot your teeth if it was that acidic. I mean, you'd be surprised. It's just that it's a slow process. Also, sugar would rot your teeth if you didn't have saliva in your mouth. So if you had dry mouth, and sugar in your teeth, and it's gonna rot a lot faster. But thanks to your your salivary glands keeping your teeth safe, you don't have to worry about that. But of course, there's only so much those can do. So brush your teeth. Let's see what spots I missed. Start finding this. By the way, don't worry about this song. It's marked safe. If there are lyrical songs in the game, it's safe. But outside of that, there are certain rules, unfortunately. I know that there are some lyrical songs in Arknights that are not marked safe. I have to blend that with the line. The way I want. Yeah, there are certain songs in Arknights that are not marked for safe. Like, safe for stream, basically, where I don't get like a copyright strike, right? So there's a game mode in Arknights called Contingency Contract, and those have lyrical songs that I cannot use on my stream. However, certain anniversary songs are marked safe because these are basically the lobby songs, and they're fine with these being played in certain Arknights fan videos and such, but the contingency contract ones, they're not. I've seen people get in trouble using a song that was basically a meme for a while. So they can only post it on certain places like Twitter. That's all I know about it is that it seems the anniversary songs are fine, but certain things are not. Oh, and lyrical songs from the anime are not safe either. Skirt. It's just copyright gotcha. Probably because they're third party. Yes, they're third party. If I recall correctly, they always find another artist for a contingency contract. Or I'm just gonna shorthand it to CC, because that's how we call it in the game. It's always like a different artist every time. And despite the fact that it's made by Siren Studios, you're still not allowed to use it. I can't quite explain it because I don't know how it works. Excuse me. If I'm doing this right. Always have a questionable rendering skills. One moment, I'll be right back. I'm back. What? Checking on where I need to make some adjustments, and then I'm gonna, I guess, merge everything. I don't really want to merge it though. I want to paint over the line and then merge it. Don't make hard commitments like that. Thank you. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna ink over it. Maybe I should. Yeah, I'm gonna use a different brush. I want to blend too much. You only tend to merge when you're going to export. Then immediately undo said merges. Why would you do it? Doesn't auto merge when you export? I find that a bit strange to do. More like you only want to export certain parts of the canvas. Merge copy, then a new file from the clipboard, export that. Ah, you have a lot of works on a canvas. I know Hedgecat does. He has several layers for one canvas. But for me, that's a habit I'm building up lately. So I'm kind of copying him to a degree. I know this one file, it's named My Personal Sketchbook. It has several folders and several layers within those folders. You routinely hit the layer cap on sci files, exactly. Crazy. Not only is it crazy, it's also very impressive. Whew. It's a little hard for me to concentrate right now because it's very hot. It's too early to be hot. But I can't turn on my AC because I can't justify it yet. It's just the computer makes it very hot. Do you have any cool drinks? Get that ice water. Ironically, I just finished my ice water and the ice is all melted. Or lemonade? Oh, I don't have lemonade at home. Also, I don't really drink lemonade. I know that's weird. um, while lemonade is nice to drink, uh, it's not always my go-to option. It's too early to be that hot. Yeah, my go-to option would be coconut water or Pedialyte. I found it to be a lot more hydrating. Coconut water is pretty good. Yeah. It's funny because like I don't like coconut flavors, but I would give it a pass depending. Like I don't like coconut milk in rice, not all the time, but I can I can take the coconut cream a little bit. I can tolerate it in chocolate if I want to. Uh, what else is there? Or maybe like my palate has changed over the time. Like I remember as a kid, I really hated coconut flavors, but now I'm like, not as bad as I thought it would be. Maybe it's just a maturity thing. My palate has changed to appreciate a bit more. Now that I'm thinking about it, because like it's sometimes it's just like maybe I should go back. Shredded coconut. You like it toasted, and you love coconut shrimp. Ooh, yeah, I can't with coconut shrimp. I'm sorry. Just big old yikes. I mean, I've had coconut rice when I was a kid, and I didn't like it. But when I have it now, especially from a Thai restaurant, like, like I think it's pretty okay. But yeah, I think it's just time has changed, and I can appreciate the flavors more. You haven't had coconut rice? Oh, I I recommend it. Thai food is really delicious for coconut rice. Oh no. Oh, dang it. I yawned. Let's try not to do that. Maybe I should have gotten a second coffee. Sucks. But that might make me more. Hmm. This is a question for Hedgecat. Is Sanique related to Hedgecat, or is it like a different character with no relation to each other? Hmm. That's actually a good question. I never really considered that. I don't believe there's any relation. Okay. Oh, there you go. No relation. I've always thought about that. Hedge cat. Technically, they're not even the same types of cat folk. Ah, I see. I do remember Hedge having a lion tail. Team Lion Tail. Team Lion Tail. I think I actually do want to merge everything. Hey, that should make things a little bit easier. Honorary lion tail. Anyway, it's a cow tail. Oh, right, right. It's because of the Maple Story 2 limitations. And I didn't like that game. I thought I would, but I didn't. It was okay, but the endgame was a flop. It shouldn't have had an endgame. What is a game with no end? Does it just stop? No, it's more like you stop playing it because you're now bored. In this case, with Maple Story 2, they just, like, put you in another gacha hell, unfortunately. And by that, I mean like the gacha hell would be farming better stats for your gear, and you have to farm for scrolls that are one-time use, and there's a chance that they won't give you the upgrade stats that you want or the skills that you want. So if your gear gets ruined because of the stupid gacha system of that, then you have to do everything all over it again. Nobody should have hit level cap so early into the game, touting itself as a Maple Story sequel. Part of why Maple Story has such a longevity is because the level cap was a distant peak. No one was reaching anytime soon. Yeah, yes, exactly. Gear and skill treadmill. I mean, that's true, but I think nowadays classic classic Maple gear makes it so you level up very fast because like people got sick of the grind, which makes sense because our time is limited. And you can't expect people to just sit down for several hours at a time to get here, only for it to like the payoff just seems so empty. Remember Maple Story 2 having a few dungeons you could only run a few times a day, and then you had a cap on experience you can earn a day too, at least when you hit Paragon levels. Oof. I remember that too. I remember running those dungeons and having to queue up for those dungeons. After a while, it just gets monotonous. And, this is such a strange memory to have, but I do recall the dev behind Maple Story 2 asking the dev behind Warframe, like, where do you find success? And the Warframe guy was like, oh, just listen to your player base. They'll tell you what they want. Like, it's not that hard. Yeah, I don't think that they did. I mean, to a degree, they did listen to the player base, but in doing so, they isolated the casuals. I don't know, I'm one of those weird folks that if a game had an item that you would make take you years to craft and grind, I'd do it. I'm crazy, I like grinding though. I like grinding too, but this is why I prefer, you know, the classic game to do that, not a free-to-play game. Because they will eat your time. They want all of your time. Because just simply having you play is better than you not engaging in anything. Like, to them, your time is their money to a degree. but they eventually they know that by keeping you here in this hellscape of grinding, you're gonna be like, I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. I'll just pay to shortcut it, and that's what they're banking on. They sell you a problem. They create a problem and they sell you the solution. That's what I actually meant to say. Using that. It was little. It was too little too late, perhaps. Next time, pull the plug. Yeah, they pulled the plug on global. I don't know if it's still going. And I think it was going for a bit in Korea. Time spires, sucking your time. Sucking time spires, sucking your time like lifeblood. Time vampires. It's funny that you mentioned that because that was a quote from Not the Onion video, the time vampires thing, but they were talking about something else. Oh wait, this is one of those songs. If you can look up if Maple Story 2 is still going. Excuse me. Oh no. Maple Story 2 has closed on all servers last year. Back in May of last year. Excuse me. May of last year. There we go. I wrote it down in the in the chat. That's a decent runtime, at least in those regions. Yeah, that's true. But they couldn't keep it up, so. Eh? me. I can make it. I know I can do it. Just gotta work fast and carefully. Hello, LeMay. Okay, if you're late, it's okay. I'm having a morning. Excuse me. I guess because you're late coming in, I'm doing a paint over, which means I'm painting over the lines that I drew here, and I'm also going to line the art, and that would be it for this page. Next Friday, I'll be starting a new page with a new character. I don't want to get too distracted though. very strange thing to say, but I wish I had a donut. I wish I had a donut. I shouldn't, otherwise it'll make me feel sick. Actually, it doesn't make me feel sick, it makes me feel hungry. I feel like a donut is one of those foods that should be an afternoon snack rather than a morning one. I never understood the idea of it being a morning breakfast thing. Outside of like, oh, you're getting a sugar high. Like that's basically it, isn't it? And I know that in Europe they also have sweets for breakfast, but their sweets are more simplified. Oops, oops, oops. Oh. Almost. Oop. kind of weird. Maybe I should explain. I feel a little bit nauseated, and I don't know why. I'm not hungry, and I've had water, so it's just weird that I feel. It's strange that I feel weird like this. I have plenty of time. Let's say, yeah, I have plenty. Nauseous, you say? Like it's very underlined, like it's bubbling underneath, and I. That's the best way I can explain it. Maybe I shouldn't have that. Do I have any Pepto? No, I don't have Pepto. I'm just thinking maybe I shouldn't have had that weird protein bar. It's called Built Puff. I don't think it's sitting right with me. Is it gas? It doesn't feel like gas. If it was gas, I would actually feel the pressure. Yeah, I think it was the protein bar I ate. That was probably a mistake. Oh, hello, Helia. Welcome, welcome. Darn it. Ah. They really suck. I'm thinning the lines as much as I can, so when I ink it, it will look clean enough to pop out. I mean, the fact that it's colored makes it pop out already. But I just want to pop out even more. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright. I believe she's ready for the ink. One last thing. I want to take a look at her glasses. Excuse me. Dog's excited. Trying to get that now. I think it was. I have too many pens. I don't know what I want to draw right now. I've been rewatching a show, so maybe for that. Yeah, I'd do it if it were me. If I had a roadblock, I would just I'll just draw whatever the heck I'm interested in. gonna start at the very top. I say Sarah's better at coloring shading than I am. Shading is so intimidating. Yeah, it is. Especially when you learn it and you try to execute what you've learned. It's still daunting, even though you have the knowledge to do it. Also, I'm trying to undo all of my habits when it comes to rendering, especially with line art. I've always had it in my mind that, hey, line art should be closed. It doesn't have to be that way. Actually, a lot more freeing when you don't have to worry about too many lines. To a degree, it actually makes it more realistic when I have a lot of broken lines, such as for furry ears or furry tails. You're a fan of messy, bold lines. Myself when you see them. I'm also a fan of I'm a fan of artists who keep their lines purposefully broken, just so that the parts of the colors pop out. Like how I kind of did it over here at the shoulder. This line is very thin, even though I shouldn't have. Like, it makes more sense to make it thin on places that have light, because that's kind of realistic. Like, if something is like overexposed, it shouldn't be it shouldn't be seen. It's almost invisible if it's overexposed into light. You need to properly close line art. You're still traumatized about how you used to make art in Flash. It's time to let it go, Hedgecat. Your liner depends on what kind of style you're going for. If I'm going to render on top of it, if it's sloppy. Ooh. For me, I'm trying to take a more relaxed approach to this. Because I've always been really uptight with my line art to a degree where like the stabilization had to be like really, really high because I wanted those perfectly straight lines. And everything needed to be closed, and eventually I would go back and color those lines. Like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I torturing myself like this, essentially? And you know, sometimes my sketch lines are way better than my line art. All these rules with lines, line weight, line curvature. Ugh. That's why I'm constantly rotating my canvas. You skip sketches now unless you're drafting or using that as a sketch to draw over. Usually you just clean up whatever you did and boom, that's your line art. Oh yeah, I do love doing that too. The only problem is that it takes longer. Also, you can't do it as much if you use pencil and paper because you can't erase as much as you want. There are just some things to consider. I realize my pen size is very large, but this is why I have to do this thing where I'm just gingerly doing this to get as thin as possible without lowering the size. Large pen. Why did you spell it like that? Yeah, traditionally you sketch with a pencil, then line art, like, line art in, like, pen or something. Yeah. But yeah, if I wanted to, like, sorry, not draw, color this, this would be my line art. And that's it. This is why most of my sketches are this clean, so that when I have to go back and maybe color it, I wouldn't have to do as much work. because I look at that as my line art. I'm going to do this line art. I'm also gonna go back and do this. Now this, I gave this the illusion of it being brighter, just by virtue of using a broken line. And just erasing some of the surplus over here. It's shiny. It's a good visual trick. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend you try with bald heads. Song again. You see, this song specifically is a CC song, but there's no music, so it's technically safe. Because it's a battle song. There's a battle song and then there's a lobby song. The lobby song is gonna get me hit with copyright. Is drawing with no line art a boneless illustration? um, I think drawing with no line art isn't really boneless because there are bones to the drawing. It's just I would consider line art to be more of a frame, so it would be a frameless illustration. You see? I'm glad you get it. Um, this is gonna sound like a strange question, but for those who wear glasses, such as myself, do you see strange images out of the peripheral of your vision? And if you do, have you normalized it yet? Hmm. Peripheral, I generally look at strange images straight on, usually because I'm drawing them. Weird blur. Of course, I normalized it. Yeah, my peripheral vision, like anything out of the corners of my eyes. Sometimes I see something flash around, and then I turn to look, and there's nothing there. And this has been going on since my early adulthood, which is why I don't pay it any heed. Yeah, that shit freaks me out sometimes. just that I'm so used to it happening. Just like, eh, probably another bug again. I just call them bugs because they're not scary anymore. They used to be when I was younger, but it's just a bug. I just call it a bug. It probably isn't a bug. Maybe like my phone actually did flash and I missed it. I'm like, that's probably an insect flying around my eyes. And to those who are wondering, my eyes are healthy. I've had them checked. Could also just be floaters in your eyeballs. I don't have floaters because I do check my eyes frequently, and I don't ever see anything floating. And I do check fairly often for floaters, but they're never in my pupil range, at least. One thing I know about that, though, is that it makes me more alert than I would be normally. Um, so I'm even more self-aware of my surroundings, just in case it's not just my quote-unquote bugs. That's good. Spidey sense? Maybe. Would be a Spidey sense. You know what? Yeah, I think What if I told you guys when I was young I got bit by a spider? And then later on I had these weird peripheral vision things going on with me. Would that make any sense? that time that I didn't end up doing anything and while my mind is blank? Maybe you should draw something that's in your room or in your immediate facility. Like, vicinity, excuse me, not facility. Vicinity. You can just draw that instead. I know for a fact I'm surrounded by lots of things I could be drawing, but I don't. Because I want to draw, people. You think you're gonna read later? Want to ask your dad money for books for your birthday, but you're nervous. Oh. Oh yeah, your aunt might want to go to the pool. I might try to draw stuff there. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Strange. You know what? I decided to leave that bottom part open because I kind of like the way that it looks. Alright, let's keep going here. Am I a summer birthday person? No. My birthday's not in the summer, it's in the winter. I was born in January. I know that Hedge Cat is a summer baby. Technically, you're winter too. Yeah. I guess it depends on where you are on the world. Because Southern Hemisphere, yeah. But to me, you're born in a summer month. Excuse me. So if Hedgecat was in the Northern Hemisphere, he can like go to a pool or a beach or a summer event for his birthday. I guess instead he would be I don't know, what would you be doing? Staying indoors, being warm? bit. Should be some white on the skirt, actually. Opportunity to draw Sonic in a bikini sometime. What color would the bikini be? Would it be beige? Oh my god. You know what? It would be blue. Okay. I'm calling it now. It would be blue. Because the skin would be beige. I was gonna go with blue with gold trim. Ah, okay. Y'all are so funny. Some other. Have I've tried it before. You need to draw your OC or something at the beach in the summer. Have them with a summer fun day. Okay, so Sanique is done. Let me frame this a bit properly. There we go. So, I'm looking over here. Okay. So here is the entire thing. Um, Probably should export this too. Let's call the character page. Looks good, thank you. I'm saying, I'm still saying she's casting Brain Freeze. Yeah, which would be very useful on the beach. You should just make snow cones on the beach. So I am, just in case YouTube messes up my thumbnail. I was gonna do a bikini thing for Golden Week, but didn't get around to it. Didn't Golden Week? Wait, isn't Golden Week next month? Or am I thinking about another month? When is Golden Week? I forget. I forgot. I know that was an art trend for Golden Week with all the gold bikinis. It was a while ago, yeah. Why did I think it's... No, I'm thinking something else is in August. Vacation is in August. Golden Week is in May? Or was it March? No, was it April? I'm thinking April or May. Anyway. I want to stall for time. This is ridiculous. So, Sanique's done. I'm gonna be working on my character. Her name is Siren. I'm missing another pose. I'm gonna give her another pose. But I don't think I have... I might have some time, but not now. So, I will catch you guys next Friday. Hope that you'll be able to join me. I think 9 a.m. is a really good time instead of like prolonging it to like 9:15 or 9:30 or whatever. Like just in case, because I'm kind of like pinching myself when I set it far back as 15 to 30 minutes. Because I have a thing like almost immediately afterwards, and this happened last week, and I got almost burnt out because of it. And I don't want that to happen again. So that's why I have to end it here. Because I need to also get ready for something else. So my day is packed full of things to do. With that being said, thanks for joining me. And hopefully my little avatar here will be working by then, because I still don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why it's not activating when I'm talking. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for participating in chat. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, take care and stay safe. Bye now.